Big up Fredo. Fredo has finally decided to try and draw a line under the whole drama that's been happening. If you've ever been paying attention, it's a little bit complicated to explain, but basically some person or a conglomerate of people decided to kind of, launch a Instagram page exposing Fredo, the well-known UK rapper, for loads of indiscretions, from like flying out girls and abandoning them, allegedly buying girls fake Birkins, scumming some of his guys, cheating on his girlfriend, allegedly being a pedo, talking badly about other artists. They just exposed bare stuff that he does back behind the scenes. He got exposed for a bunch of stuff. People started going after him. And someone like Fredo is very relaxed, very chilled guy, from what I kind of understand him to be. And you could tell it kind of rattled him. I'm not going to lie. You could tell it kind of rattled him, especially in the UK, because I don't think it's different in the US. I feel like a lot of UK artists have a very like hands off, sort of like, I know you're there, but I'm not going to pay you attention, sort of like relationship when it comes to media, when it comes to influencers, when it comes to podcast platforms. They don't really fuck with them in that way. Whereas I think in the US, you guys have a lot more of a symbiotic relationship with that sort of stuff, right? Like, rappers jump on streams, rappers jump on fucking podcasts and have interviews and shit. In the UK, it's not such a thing. People like to maintain their mystique or their kind of aura and shit, which is understandable. So you can only, so I'd imagine for someone like a Fredo who keeps himself to himself, might be involved in some other shit, for him to suddenly be on pods, leaving voice notes, going back and forth with content creators was a madness. Then as a subplot, there's a weird thing going on between Fredo and Bruno Bouncer. There was this, weird thing going on with him and Billy the Goat. When he went on there, he was ranting all over the shop. I don't know what's true, what isn't true. If anything, it's probably made some people that liked him, that probably viewed him a certain way. It's probably made him look at him a bit sideways, because sometimes you can't unsee things, unfortunately. I think it's a bit unfair, to be honest. Getting exposed for saying stuff that you say in private to people. Even if you're talking bad about your friends, I don't know, you're talking privately amongst friends, amongst somebody you thought was your confidant, to kind of, spill that sort of shit is a bit lame. It's almost like posting screenshots of the group chat you got with your lads and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's done a bit poor taste, because you're going to be a bit more free and loose in there, but you're not necessarily say the stuff that you want to say to that person in real life, but then that doesn't mean you're being snaky. You get me? So whatever. Long story less long. It looks like he's finally drawn a line underneath it by releasing this video off the back of the music video he dropped and the tune he dropped the other day. I guess he's trying to draw a line underneath it completely. So this is Fredo, courtesy of the music connoisseur. Big up TMC. Trying his best to move past all the drama. Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, I'm back. The truth will always reveal itself. To be real, I don't really have an explanation for that kind of crazy level. Whatever it is I've been going through for the last 4 years with this person. But yeah, you lot should have known that was some nonsense from there talking about Santan Dave's lucky I let him on my project. Like, come on, be for real. And all the rest. To be real, I don't even want to dwell on it too much. It is what it is. You can see what it is. Anyone who wants to really look into it, you'll see what it is. Straight psycho. Moving forward, it's still nothing but love. It's like I've been away and the love ain't even gone nowhere. The song's doing well, #1 on YouTube and whatever. I got a lot of announcements coming. Strictly music. I know it's a lot of nonsense on the internet, this, that, my name and a lot that really I'm not even involved with, but I guess it comes with that. But yeah, like I said, just stay in tune. Shout out Dave every time, and anyone else who might have got their name mixed up in all that rubbish, but moving forward, it's strictly music.
So yeah, I get it. I understand where he's coming from. It must have been a lot to kind of go through, but he didn't really address anything. He didn't really clarify anything, which you can't really do, I guess, clarify every single allegation coming out from that page. But the most concerning thing will probably be that pedo shit. I'm not gonna lie. There was a few screenshots that I saw of him talking to some girls, and the standard thing that happens with people that get caught doing pedo shit. The girl makes it known that she's underage, and he basically kind of dodges the question or dodges the answer, talks about some other stuff, kind of doesn't really acknowledge it or care. And I think another one, another girl, I think he tried to talk to, and he found out the age. He pretended he wasn't interested. Then he got his boy to get the fucking details and da-da-da-da. That's the one that's a little bit mad. That's the one that's a little bit mad because, Dashavelli, bless him, he got cancelled for less, Looking back, I'm not really too sure if that guy was a legit pedo or if that family of that girl were running some weird game, whatever that was going on there. So if Dutchavelli gets cancelled for that sort of thing, you could imagine, you know, looking at Fredo and those sort of screenshots, it's a bit mad. But what I do like with his approach is that he's doing that Steve Jobs thing. Steve Jobs was like known for creating a reality distortion field where he'd like propose to the designers and the app developers or whatever working at fucking Apple, hey, I want my screen, I want this phone to be this a certain fucking millimeter fucking depth. And they'd be like, oh my God, we can't do it, we don't have the chip. He's like, I want it by fucking Tuesday. And maybe they wouldn't do it by Tuesday, but they would develop some new process that maybe find a breakthrough in another way that would eventually get them to that stage. But if he gives them these unachieved, these what you appear to be like unachievable deadlines, right? It kind of pushes you to do more. So, but he's also creating this reality distortion field because he's acting as if that's normal and that's okay. No, you can do it when really it's not possible. But he's trying to push as much as possible. But I think nowadays in social media, I think it actually works when you're a notable person and you're going through a drama. If you just pretend like it's not happening, if you pretend like it's not a big deal, if you act like it's over, it can kind of be over. Especially if you're an artist. Just drop music. He's already proved it with that music video. It's probably going to hit 1 million views if it hasn't already. If he just keeps dropping music, especially with this court case, you'd imagine that may be lingering in the background because, you know, some people from a gang that he's associated with have already got some unfortunate high sentences. It feels like to me, he's moving the right direction. Just keep on keeping on. Even though the allegations and all the things about you are kind of crazy, just don't pay attention to it. Just don't pay attention to it and hope that the more you keep dropping music, the more you keep your eye on the prize, the more you keep ignoring the noise, it'll be okay. Because what can he do? What's the other solution? Going back and forth with content creators, going back and forth on social media. He's never going to win that war, you know? Those guys are not in it for the same thing he's in it for. He wants to clear his name. He wants to make people know that he's not a nonce or a PDF. But they don't really care about that, right? They're just going to, you know, get you twisted up, make you kind of, make you crash out, make you go crazy, then use that crazy thing as another topic to talk about in another video, and then thus continues the fucking cycle. So this is probably the best way to go about it. Just draw a line under the sand. Don't address anything because, he can't really explain it. I don't think those screenshots, they are what they are. I really don't think you can explain it. I'm not going to lie. You really, really can't. So yeah, here we are. Here we fucking are. Big up fucking Fredo. Big up fucking Fredo.